Whenever you go for a walk with your friends or with your family, or you go for a picnic with your school friends or with your neighbors or with your family, you would see a lot of plants on your way or at this spot. Now these plants would be smaller in size, would be larger in size. There would be differences on their leaves. Some plants would have flowers and some plants would not have flowers. So we will discuss about why some of the plants have flowers and why some of the plants do not have flowers, and why some of the plants are small and why some of the plants are very tall. Okay, so hello dear students, my name is Devinder Kaur and you all are welcome to my YouTube channel The Enlightened Room. So in this video we will discuss about the chapter Getting to Know Plants. So let's get started. So dear students, based upon the differences in their leaves, based upon the differences of their branches, some plants would have much thicker branches as compared to some plants which do not have branches, and some of the plants would have flowers, some of the plants would not have flowers. Plants are categorized into 5 parts. Okay, so now we will discuss about the categories of plants. Now in these categories of plants, first we will discuss about herbs. Now what are herbs? Herbs are short plants, or they are very short, that they would be hardly up to 4 feet. Okay, these are that much short, and even their stem is very weak, their stem is very soft, their stem is green in color, and you all would have seen the herbs around you. You would have seen the banana plant. If you haven't seen the banana plant, you can search on Google for it, or you can also see the picture here. So banana plant is also a herb, tomato plant is also a herb, and some of the herbs may have branches and some of the herbs may not have branches. So it depends upon the plant if its breed has branches or not. For example, tomato plant, banana plant and mustard plant. You can also take the example of sunflower. Sunflower is also a herb. Okay, so their stem is green in color, their stem is very soft, their stem is very thin, they are very small in height, up to 4 feet. Okay, and most of them are seasonal. For example, sunflower, it is seasonal. Their lifespan is very short. It can be up to 1 season or 2 seasons. After that, I don't think that these plants would survive. Most of them would not survive. Some of them can survive more than 2 seasons. Okay, now let's talk about shrubs. Now these shrubs are much more taller than as compared to herbs. Well, these shrubs are medium sized. Medium sized means their height is about 8 feet. Okay, their height is about 8 feet, and their stem is thick as compared to herbs. Their stem is thick, their stem is brown in color, their stem is solid. It is not soft, it is hard. Okay, the stem of shrubs is hard as compared to the herbs, and their lifespan is for about many years, like 10 years, 12 years, even 20 years. Some of these shrubs can live up to 20 years. And the examples of shrubs are China rose, lemon plant, and you can take as much shrubs as you can see around you. Okay, so these are shrubs that have medium height up to 8 feet, brown colored stem, hard stem, and their stem is thin, not thick. Their stem is not thick, their stem is also thin. Okay, so these are shrubs. Now let's talk about the third category of plant, and that are trees. Now trees are, you all know, very large in size. Their height is too large. It can even go up to 12 feet to 13 feet, and some trees can even grow more. Their height is even more than 12 feet. Okay, some of the trees, not all of them, but some of the trees. Their stem is hard. Their stem is brown in color, as just like shrubs, their stem is hard, but the stem of trees is much harder as compared to the shrubs. Okay, so let me write it. The stem of herbs is soft, the stem of shrubs is hard. Similarly, the stem of trees is also hard, right? The stem of herbs is green in color, the stem of shrubs is brown in color, and the stem of trees is also brown in color. But the stem of herbs is thin, right? The stem of shrubs is also thin, but the stem of trees is thick. They have very thick stem. Have you ever seen the banyan tree or peepal tree or mango tree, neem tree? You would see their stem. The stem is too thick. Now these do not have branches. In case of branches, some have branches, some have not. That means may or may not. You can write may or may not. While as in the case of shrubs, they have branches. Also in case of trees, you all know that they have a lot of branches and their branches are also very thick. Okay, their branches are also very thick. So examples of trees I already told you, it is neem plant, mango plant, banyan tree and many more. Okay, now let's discuss about the next category of plant which is different from these three, and that category is creepers. Now what are creepers? Well, creepers are those plants whose stems are so weak that they cannot stand on their own. So they would grow like they are creeping. Okay. So their stems are too weak. Their stems are too weak. So that's why they cannot grow on their own. That means they can grow but they cannot stand on their own. Okay. Sorry about they cannot stand on their own, and they would grow on the ground. They would grow on the ground, keep on growing on the ground like this. And you can take the examples of creepers as watermelon, mint plant and bottle gourd. Okay, these plants have, most of these plants have really heavy fruits. For example, watermelon is too heavy, and bottle gourd is also a bit heavy for them, for creepers of course. Okay, so these are creepers. Now the fifth category of plant is climbers. Now climbers are what? They are also like creepers. Their stem is also weak, but they do not creep on the ground like the creepers. They would take the help of a wall or some plant or any source through which they would grow like they are climbing on that wall or climbing on the plant. That means they would take the support of some wall, they would take the support of some tree, they would take the support of some plant which can stand on its own and would grow as they are climbing on their own on that support. And the examples of these climbers are pea plant, money plant. You all would have seen money plant. Well, on money plant, money doesn't grow, of course, it has leaves. The money doesn't grow on money plant, but it has named the money plant. So money plant also grows like it is climbing on a tree, it is taking the support of the tree or some wall. Okay, so these are climbers. So until now we have discussed about the various categories of plants. So this one is a basic introduction of this chapter. In this chapter you will also discuss about, we will also discuss about the root system and shoot system. Now what this root system and shoot system is. So now we are discussing about that root system and shoot system. Now before that root system and shoot system, we will discuss about the parts of a plant. Well, you all would have studied it in the lower classes that a plant consists of roots, okay, my drawing is very bad, leaves, right, some branches, right, on those branches there are leaves, it would have some flowers, right, it has that stem here. So these are the various parts of the plant, but we will discuss it in the two parts. First part is root system. Root system and the other part is shoot system. Now, what is root system and what is shoot system? In the root system, we will only discuss about those parts which lies below the ground. Okay, those parts of the plant that grow below the ground or under the ground come in the root system. That means the roots. Only roots grow below the ground or under the ground of the plant, right? And the second one is shoot system. Well, in the shoot system, we will discuss about the parts of the plant which grow above the ground, like stem of the plant, leaves of the plant, flowers of the plant, and even the branches of the plant. Okay, so this is the difference between the root system and shoot system. Root system is below the ground and shoot system is above the ground, the part of the plant which grow above the ground. Now this root system consists of roots, and the roots are categorized into two parts, and that part is taproots and fibrous roots. Now taproots which tap, okay, which taper on the plant. That means in case of taproots, you would have a main root like this. You would have a main root and some other secondary roots would be growing from it, from everywhere, not only from one direction, from everywhere. Well, this is a two-dimensional picture, but the roots would grow from every part of this main root. Now this main root is known as primary root. You can also call it as main root, and the roots which are growing from this main root, this long straight root, the other roots are growing, and these other roots which are growing are known as secondary roots. Secondary roots or lateral roots, they are also called as lateral roots. Okay, so these are the taproot. This is a figure of taproot. Now the examples of these taproots are radish, carrot, and you can also see it through the pictures, the other examples. Okay, now why I just only wrote about the radish and carrot? Because we are going to discuss about it. Well, you all know that we eat the radish and carrot, and these radish and carrot are the root of the plant. That means the root of radish plant and the root of carrot plant are edible to us. That means it is eaten by us, we can eat them. So these are edible to us. So you all would have seen carrot. If some carrot or radish is growing around you, at your neighbor's house or in the house you are living or somewhere, anywhere in the ground, so you just pull out that radish and carrot from the ground, carefully pull out, you would see the picture like this, right? So there would be a main root which would be the radish or carrot which will be eaten by us, and there would be some secondary roots like this, and when we eat the radish and carrot, we remove those secondary roots with the peeler. So these are the examples of taproots which are eaten by us. So most of the food is stored in this root of these plants, so that's why these are eaten by us, these are edible to us. Now the other type of root is fibrous roots. Now these fibrous roots are known as fibrous roots. You can see take this picture also, but I will also draw another picture in which the roots do not have any main branch or any main root. They grow like randomly like this, and these actually look like a fiber. Okay, so that's why these are known as fibrous roots. Now in case of these fibrous roots, we can take the example of wheat, maize, rice plant, onion plant, and even grass, the grass cereals. Okay, so those grass cereals, those maize, wheat, rice plant, the type of root they have are fibrous roots. These are fibrous roots because they have fiber-like structure. They have fiber-like structure, that's why they are known as fibrous roots. So today we will discuss about until this part. So this is the part 1 of this video. So if you want to see the part 2 of this video, then subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. Thank you so much.